Good evening, everybody. It is your main man, JPLX24, and today we are doing a Sonic podcast because, well, it's been a long time since we did a Sonic podcast. I believe the last one we did was like in fucking May or something like that. I don't even remember when. But yeah, it's been a long time. But you know how this shit works. We come in here, we talk about Sonic stuff, and for maybe like an hour or two, and it'll be a good time. But, as always, I am not doing this by myself. With me, I have my good friends.
Oh my god, my mic won't work. Hey, I'm Jello Squid.
Off to a great start.
I know, right? Perfect.
And it's your boy, Nerdy Sonic. How's everybody doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Tori.
Wow. All right. With me, I have.
I think that was a good intro. That was a good intro.
It was good. It was good. But yeah,
It's not
as
bad.
you see on the top of the screen, we have Jello, Squid, Nerdy, Sonic, and Tori here. And you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I am ready.
All right. So let me just go to my notes here. Copy all the copy and paste. I probably should have done this before we started, but oh well. Let me just fucking
So
find.
are we gonna be like answering questions that you've like prepared for us like prematurely, or are we just
Yes.
gonna be talking to talk? Okay.
Ooh,
I have-
gotcha.
I have some topics here,
Yeah,
and I did tell you guys, like, if you guys have something you like, you guys want to talk about, you could just like tell me in the chat or whatever. Okay, so let me just do like a spin the wheel generator, because those are always fun, just choosing from random shits. Okay.
Yeah. Is
So
there a way for you to show the wheel like on your Twitch stream?
I could actually, yes. Okay, so let me
Ooh.
just,
That would be good for viewer engagement.
yeah. So let me just do something real quick. Let me just copy and
Phil's
paste.
got all the great ideas.
I know. I'd be watching shit and I'd be like, all right. I can do
Okay,
this.
so let me just copy and paste because I just sent it to myself. So copy text, and then let me go to my monitor display. Oh, that's my black ass. You don't want to see me. Okay, so here we are. Spin the wheel. Let me get rid of this.
Been your mama.
Very funny.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so I think that's all of it. All right, and we are about to spin the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. What's up first? We have...
Hypothetical, so?
Okay, it is... What would you want to see for the next Sonic game?
I have like a crack ship idea because like I'm obsessed with Sonic, right?
Right.
So I want.
I mean, aren't we
another
all a
storybook.
little bit?
Yeah, like I want another storybook game. I miss like the whimsical, non-canon, like fun little delves into like the what ifs and what never will truly be canon. But like it's fun. Like I miss going to the Arabian Nights with Sonic and meeting genies. I miss being a knight and fighting like enemies to save like a friendship that you like cultivated over time. Like I would like to have another storybook like thing where you play as Sonic and the motion controls might be like a little bit better because like we've advanced in time, but like I want a storybook. That's all.
Okay, another storybook game. Honestly, yeah, I can kind of agree with that. I would love to see another storybook game, like maybe like because I've seen this thing on Twitter. There's like this person on Twitter who made it like a third hypothetical storybook game where it's like called Sonic and the Ancient Dragons. And I think that'd be, I think that'd be really cool, but like I wouldn't say that's my personal choice for like what the next Sonic game should be. If anything, what I would want to see as the next Sonic game, I just need a fourth Riders game. I just need a fourth Riders game. Like, come on, it has been so long since we had a Riders game. The Riders series has so much potential. Like, the first game was so fucking good. And, Zero Gravity, it's not as good, but I still had a good time with it. And then Free Riders, we don't
We
talk
don't
about
wanna
Free
talk
Riders.
about Free
We
Riders.
don't talk about Free Riders, okay? But yeah, I would just love to see a third Sonic Riders game. It would be amazing. Just give me a third one, please. Just one more Sonic team, please. And it's funny because the director of those games, like all three of those games, like he left Sega recently, but he said like, hey yo, if Sega ever wants to make a Sonic Riders and they decide to hit me up, I will gladly do it. I will gladly take that job and I will come back and make that third Riders game.
That's so cool. I want to see
Yeah,
like
that
cool
would be
outfits.
awesome.
Because like you know how everyone gets like their own thing. Like Rouge had like her little pants and her like little
Oh
shirt,
Yeah, like with
yeah.
the
and
sports
Amy
bra
had her
shit.
Yeah.
outfit. Like
Hmm.
I want everyone to get their own fit. Like everyone needs to be dripped out. I need a new drip. I need new drip set.
Right, right.
Right. Okay, so what I will want to see, I want another Sonic fighting game.
Ah, yes,
Okay.
I
yes, dude,
I want
yes.
another Sonic fighting game made by ArcSys.
Bro, yes, ArcSys specifically, because ArcSys, no, because
ArcSys
no,
Oh,
specific.
ArcSys will do the visual style of Sonic so much justice. Because like what they could do, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's like one thing that they could do, because you guys know how Arc System works, right? You know, and they're like their
yeah,
recent games and shit.
Right.
yeah.
But dude, if they made a Sonic fighting game in like the style of like Sonic X or like the promotional art from like Sonic Adventure or Adventure 2, peak. That would be peak. And I feel like they can
Yes,
nail it perfectly as
that's
well.
exact. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I wanted a new Sonic fighting game for
And
a
it's and
long
it's
time.
it's funny too because the what's his name, the CEO or the creator of Arc System Works, he said that like, yo, we want to branch out into more West, like more medias that are more popular in the West. And what place is Sonic more popular in than, that's not Japan? Obviously in the West. Give us another Sonic fighting game, please, Sega,
Yeah,
please.
please. I want to throw hands
I
at Sonic.
Sonic characters just
Oh,
fucking each other up. It sounds
oh,
like such a great time.
another thing. You know, since Sonic Frontiers has this like new combat system and everything, maybe take a little bit
Um,
of inspiration from there.
oh,
That could
kind of like
work.
how
Yeah, yeah.
Hyrule
That
Warriors
could
Age of
work.
Calamity did.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So like
If they do
what's
make like a fighting game,
like a
I want
Dynasty Warriors
Rouge
game or
in
more
there.
fighting game?
Oh no, no, I just meant like because Age of Calamity took like mechanics from Breath of the Wild and then put them into the Hyrule Warriors format,
Right,
essentially.
right. No,
What do
but
you
that
think,
could.
So
Bruce?
yeah,
What do you want?
Sonic fighting game.
All right, Tori, you're up.
I see you guys were dreaming big. All I was thinking was stop using the wisps.
What an
Um,
incredibly
Yep.
boring
Yep.
answer. Now, just
No,
kidding.
I
Yeah,
I
agree. Get rid of the wisp. They should have stayed in colors, and that was it. Their purpose was
I
colors, and then colors ended, and then they rebooted colors, and now they won't stop.
yeah, because
well, good. Well, it's a good sign. We don't see any sign of the Wisps in Frontiers,
Thank
so
goodness.
yeah, because I was just like, I was like, okay, they're definitely not going to be in Frontiers, and I thought you guys just meant like oh, just something that should be that you think should be in the game. And then everyone was giving like their takes on specific games. I'm like, I have no idea.
Bro, we
I
be
mean,
fantasizing, dog.
I
We gotta dream big.
I dream. You got to dream
We
big.
be fantasizing, dog.
all right. I think so. I don't think this would be very good, but some Sonic game where like your choices like do something
A Telltale series?
like
Like a
huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Telltale
yeah,
series game.
yeah.
Not exactly like a Telltale, but you know how like I don't know how to
It's
describe it. Like in Sonic Chronicles, you could like
yes,
change the
yes,
way
yes,
Sonic like interacted with people.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
So it's like
yes.
doing that but having something with that and then maybe having like other characters that join in and like the different characters you use at different times, that maybe that leads to like different fights or
Interaction.
just different yeah, exactly.
You
Like
know what?
something cool like
You
that.
know, you know, you know the stuff that you're describing. You know what it sounds like?
What?
An RPG.
Yes, a Sonic RPG. Yes, I want
A
that. I want
Sonic
that too.
RPG that's not Sonic
It's
Chronicles.
not.
No, cause if they make a Sonic RPG by the people who like, I don't know, make the Persona games, because because Atlas is owned by Sega, so
Atlas is owned by
they
yeah.
could like pull them aside and be like, yo, make a Sonic game for us, dog. That'd be fucking godlike, bro.
Okay,
Oh,
wait.
yeah, I could mess with that. A new Sonic
An
RPG.
anonymous gifter is gifting a tier 1 sub to JPL's community. Hey, thank you for the gifted sub.
Hey,
Tier 1 sub. I appreciate
Well,
it.
that's so nice.
Look at us
You
making.
gotta talk.
Uh,
You gotta talk more about Sonic games and get more subs.
But Sonic is
wait,
all I stream nowadays.
Oh, you just get more.
more Sonic.
more.
Wait, I have I have something.
What's up?
Okay.
What's
How
up?
you're talking about Atlas is owned by Sega.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Some of the other things that are owned by Sega, like the Yakuza series, Project Diva, the like Miku rhythm games.
Miku X Sonic crossover.
Yes, because in Project Diva, one of the Miku modules is Miku in a Sonic suit.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I
yeah, I've seen
think
that.
if they
Yeah, I've
put
seen that
that,
before.
I think they should put Sonic in the next Project Diva game or put Sonic in the next Yakuza game. I don't think any of this would happen. I really I'm waiting for a modder to do this. So
Like
you
your
can
Yak-
just be beating people up and just replace Kiryu with Sonic, replace Miku or literally every single one of the Vocaloids with Sonic. And I think that would be a game of the year, honestly.
You know,
rhythm game, but make it Sonic.
a Sonic rhythm,
Exactly.
Sonic rhythm
a
game?
Sonic rhythm game would do fucking numbers. I would buy that shit.
Oh
It
yeah.
And
would.
I'm not even like a super huge rhythm type of person. It's not that like I don't like them. I just don't have access to a lot of them. But I would love a Sonic rhythm game, dude.
Not a Sonic
Dude,
rhythm
a
game or a
Sonic
Sonic
rhythm
monkey
game
ball
would go
game.
hard.
It really
I
Not
would.
have
Sonic
a
monkey ball.
proposition. I
What's
have
your
a
proposition?
proposition.
What is
Okay,
it?
so think early 2000s, early YouTube, Sonic AMVs, but rhythm game.
Oh my god.
So you have like Sonic ship fan art in the background as you're going to the beat of Bad Boy by Cascadia.
Oh
Be
my
my
Lord Jesus
bad boy.
Christ. That would have to be a fan game because
Yeah, someone make it happen.
We need someone to make that.
oh maybe at the next Sonic hacking contest.
Okay, so when we have like the next like so you know how there's like Nintendo Direct, is there a thing for like Sega, like Sonic specifically, like Sega
Sonic Central.
Direct? So
That's Sonic
Sonic
Central.
Central,
Hmm.
Sonic
Alright.
Central, I have a nugget of information for you. Use it. Just make the rhythm game on Sonic Central.
All right. And I believe that's
I
all
can
our
see that
ideas, right?
happening.
Or else, does anyone else have anything?
I know what's the
Nah,
next
that's
question.
it for me.
All right, let's
I
move
think we
on.
should make another Sonic Dreams, but like it should be from Sonic Team this time. If anyone remembers the nightmare that was the Sonic Dreams collection.
Oh Jesus Christ!
No,
Oh
no, 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 no,
God,
no, no,
don't remind
no.
me of that.
Please.
Anyways, let us go on to the next topic. All right, so let's spin the wheel. I forgot to add one, but I could just incorporate it, but it's all right. Okay, and the answer is what happened to Team Sonic Racing? Because that is a really good question. What the fuck happened to that game?
It just sort of
Everyone else was
came
playing
and went.
Crash Nitro Fueled.
Yeah, but like
That and
even before
it
then, the
just
game was
kind
just
of
kind of dead on arrival, you know?
I think because everyone was waiting because Forces came out and Forces wasn't really well received, so no one was like excited for a Sonic like a Sonic racing game that looked the way it did. Like it didn't look like a
I
Sonic R sequel that people could like meme about. It didn't like it wasn't anything meme worthy. It was just a Sonic racing game. People were like,
I
"Oh,
I I was
all right."
excited for it.
Like they should just leave the
Yeah,
racing games to Mario. Like, why is Sonic in a car? Put him in Riders or let him be on his feet. He
But
either needs to be in a Riders game or
the
nothing
way
at
they
all.
were teasing it made me think they were making like an actual Sonic R sequel where they'd
yes,
run
but
on
yeah,
foot.
when like in that first season where they showed that R, it looked like it was gonna
That
be like
R,
Sonic R2,
yeah.
and I ain't talking about PlayStation. But like, but I like the Sonic Kart Racers. I enjoyed
The
them.
thing is,
Everything they do is
at
just like
least
a
the
repeat
yeah.
of Mario, though. Like everything that they had is a repeat of Mario with a different skin. Like the item boxes, wisp boxes. Okay, cool. It's still inherently Mario. Like, just make another writer's game. Like, why are you trying to rehash a format that doesn't work for Sonic? Just leave that with Mario, and Sonic has his own racing game, Riders, that's unique to Sonic. Make a Riders game. Stop trying to remake Mario games for Sonic. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
yeah.
It's not as cool.
Well, I
Yeah,
And I
mean,
they
feel
have
like,
their
like
own unique format in Riders.
yeah, they do. But
So,
like, but the thing is, I feel like the reason why they tried to like do that because you know, for a long time, especially back in the '90s, Sonic and Mario, you guys know all the story. Sonic and Mario were like trying to just like one up each other like at whatever
Yeah.
points that they could.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, but for a certain time, Sonic was copying what the fuck Mario did. Like fucking like
Sonic
Mario
Drift.
Kart came out in 1992, Sonic Drift came out in 95. Fucking Mario went to 3D, Sonic went to 3D. Like Mario,
Yeah.
they were basing a lot because like what they would do is they would take whatever Mario was doing at the time that was really good and then doing their own twist on it. And you can say the same thing you can say the same thing for the Rider series too. Like Mario has a successful Mario like racing game franchise. Sega just like, oh, we'll do that, but we'll do a little bit of a spin on it. We'll make it fucking Sonic Riders, and the Rider series was
That's
great and all
true, but
that.
that's also Riders. That's not Sonic in a car.
True.
Mario's in
Yeah.
a car.
And also,
Sonic is in a
like,
car now too. They had their
yeah.
own original plot twist off of Mario that worked. What they're doing wrong is
Except Sonic
abandoning
Shuffle.
that concept and
Yeah.
putting Sonic in a car. Like they're just copying Mario again, and they've outgrown that. Like Sonic is his own thing now. He doesn't have to copy Mario anymore. I don't like that they're like just dumbing down Sonic when he has his own thing. He could just be in a writer's game. Like why put him in a car? Why is he in a car?
I definitely agree with Joe. The thing is, like, with Sonic copying Mario, it was because the two of them were like head-to-head rivals. But once Sonic became like, a lot of Sonic games were exclusively on Nintendo consoles. Sega isn't like a big player in the market. And just the way that Sonic's been seen as a joke, them coming out with just like a Sonic racing game, especially when there was stuff like Sega and Sonic All Stars and all that stuff, or Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing, where it's like that was something. Racing Transformed was similar mechanic, like the similar stuff to Mario Kart 7, where it's just like, oh, this is kind of similar, but it's got like all these Sega characters. But it's just a whole bunch of Sonic stuff. It's only going to appeal to Sonic fans and Sonic fans that aren't going to be like mad at Sega and Sonic Team for Sonic Forces. And then some people don't understand Sonic in a car. And like,
True.
again, Crash Nitro Fueled, if people wanted a mascot kart racer, that came out. I know they like the shorts were really cute, but people were probably like, oh, these shorts are more interesting than what the actual game's going to be.
Right.
So no one
I
really
like the
cared that
cartoons
much.
better. They had like more character, like the cartoons when you were talking about them. I like those. Like I genuinely like those. It made
Yeah,
the
they're
game
really
Yeah, those
though.
cute.
They're kind of hard to dislike,
Yeah, because they have
Yeah.
like
Right.
characterization and everyone's interacting and being snooty and it's funny. But like in the game, it's just like it's Mario but Sonic.
Right.
I should mention a little bit of dialogue in game. It's hilarious sometimes.
I
Yeah.
know, like
Who's
Shadow
who's
in the
your
game.
who's your daddy, Shadow?
Look, we don't like to talk about
Thank
that line,
God.
okay?
I know, like in
I've
the
never
racing
heard
games.
that line.
It's real.
You've never
It's real.
It's
No,
a
I
real
just
line in that game.
Oh my god.
I know in that game, like Shadow is only nice to Blaze. Like all of his lines are like disses towards other people or like insults or um like I'm gonna fuck you up. But like when it's with Blaze, he's like, "Oh, Your Highness, good one, nice, good job, Your Highness." He's like really respectful, but only to her, and it's really
It's
funny.
because he respects the authorities.
He's like, "Oh, your queen, hello."
12-year-old me that ships them is going crazy right now.
Who's going crazy?
But yeah,
12-year-old me.
TSR, that game sort of just came and went. At least the
Yeah.
soundtrack was good.
Yeah,
You
the
can't deny
soundtrack was
that.
like the only
I
thing
love
good that came
soundtrack.
out of it.
They even
Yeah,
made
not
like
that they
After-
comics
obviously
for it.
yes.
The comics were good. Like they made comics to promote
There
the
were
game.
comics?
Yeah, I read some of them. They're cute.
I-
They're
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, there was a comic.
I did not know
There was
that.
a comic. I remember.
There's comics, there was the shorts, and then the game was.
Yeah, game was
But the
kind of
comics
mid.
and
And
the
that's
shorts were
pretty
good.
much It's such a shame.
It really is. Well, whatever Sonic Racing game comes next, whether it's another kart racer or Sonic R or Sonic Riders or hell, whatever the fuck they decide to do next. Let's just hope it's something that's, actually like that will stay longer than Team Sonic Racing did, because Jesus Christ, that game just
Mhm.
was dead on arrival essentially.
Dead on arrival.
All right.
Yeah.
Arrival,
On to the next
arrival.
topic. Let's see what we have here. Ooh. It is. What is it? The next question is it too late to get into Sonic now?
No.
I say absolutely the fuck not.
Oh, no, it's more accessible than ever.
Yeah, I was about to say, if anything, it's probably better that you join it now, because, you know, fucking, with all the fucking, we're literally in the multimedia era. Like, you know, we got
Right.
movies, we got
Right,
games,
Sonic's everywhere.
we got fucking comics. Sonic is becoming the new Garfield, essentially. Like, I
Sonic
bet
He's a
you,
multimedia
crossover.
icon.
I bet you the multimedia will become so large and vast in the next couple of years that you could literally go to, like, you know, someone who's like a huge Sonic fan and like, oh, did you know Sonic was originally a video game series? And someone will be like, what?
Oh my god.
One thing
Yeah, I
that, like,
really
I'm
feel like it'll
hoping,
get to that point in a few years.
Definitely will.
the one thing that I'm hoping like doesn't happen, which like it's already happening, but like I hope it doesn't get bigger, is people only watching the movies and then basing everything off of that and then getting in like internet discourse over like fact checking. That's
That's
the
so
one thing that
stupid.
like is like pisses me off. Like for TikTok especially, people like would get into the Sonic fandom through the movies and then they would like try and gatekeep Sonic and I'm like, babes, you were like the last to the party. Who are you?
They're like those fucking Chihuahua guard dogs or something like that. It's just like, you know, they're just
Yeah, it's like,
there's
what
these
is
tiny
this,
little
rat?
like uncontrollable beasts, and it like you just got all the big dogs in the back, just like, okay.
It's like, all right, guys,
Yeah.
listen, I'm sorry for his behavior. He doesn't normally act like this.
He a little confused, but he got the spirit.
He's got the spirit. He's just
Yeah,
misplaced
exactly.
anger.
But nah, if getting into Sonic now is no, you could literally get into Sonic today, and I guarantee you will be a fan in like 3 months from now.
Hmm.
Yeah, especially with like all of the games that you have on Steam, on mobile and all that stuff. Like you got a
Yeah,
whole bunch
like
of shit. There are legacy collections.
you
That's
don't even need to buy the original consoles because like you can just get them on Steam.
Oh, I thought
exactly.
you were
Yeah,
promoting
mobile.
emulation for a second. I was like, we don't do that here. It's-
There are official mobile ports of Sonic 1, 2, and CD on the Play Store right now for free.
Indeed. And the App
Download
Store.
now.
Yeah, but getting into Sonic now is more accessible than it ever will be. Maybe in about 5 years from now when that point will become outdated. But on to the next topic, shall we? Oh, I forgot to remove it. Where is it?
Like as long as you have an internet connection, like you're gonna have access to Sonic. Like
Big
You are
facts.
you're
set.
Big
okay.
facts.
Pretty much.
All right, the next topic we have is
Your mama.
Oh,
say happy birthday to Brian. Okay, so just a little sidetrack right here is today's actually my friend's birthday. Brian, he's turning 21. He's probably not watching the stream right now, but you know, I just want to
oh.
shoot him a happy birthday real quick.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Brian!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Happy
Brian.
birthday, Brian.
Happy
Hope you have a
birthday!
good one.
You can legally drink now. How fun is
Yeah, you can legally drink.
Just don't get too crunk now, all right?
And it's like the weekend, so like you have no excuse to not to.
All right,
Electric driving.
on to the next topic. Let's see what we have here. It is. The question is, if Sonic 06 was well received, how different do you think the series would have gone?
We would never
That's a-
have gotten
that's a
stupid
good question.
Knuckles. We would have never gotten stupid Knuckles. We would have never gotten boiled down Edgelord Shadow. He would have kept his characterization and all of his cool facets. It wouldn't have been a weird era where it's just them but caricatures, crude caricatures of what they could have been, you know? We could have had good plot. We could have had plot. Period.
I think. Do you mean if Sonic 06 was good, or if the game as it was well received?
If it was well
I'm
received, Sega
assuming.
would have kept up with the writing. They would have kept the writing and the storytelling and the characterizations, and they would have ran with it. And we could have had like serious Sonic games still. We would have never had Lost World.
Yeah, it would have
Thing is
been way more
that's
consistent.
depending because depending on because again that all depends on whether or not you mean like the game was good. Because if the game in the state it was well received, I think
We
it
would have
would have
gotten
been
shittier games, maybe.
yeah, it would have been worse because they wouldn't have had as many experimental games, I think. Like they probably wouldn't have had like the werehog. There wouldn't have been, like you said, the tone shift of colors. They wouldn't have had like the storybook series, which was also not well received. But like
Actually, about the tone shift, I know the reason why they have that tone shift. It wasn't because of Sonic 06.
it was to appease to younger audience, right?
It's because of Mario. That's why. Because this is the
Oh.
reason. I found this out in I found this out in a Digino Gaming. So apparently, when they were working on when Sega obtained the licenses to make Mario and Sonic, or to make the Olympic Games, they wanted the
Oh,
Olympic Games told them
yeah.
about like, oh, let's make it more applicable to children. So Sega's like, oh, just throw Sonic in there. Sonic, every kid loves Sonic and all that stuff. But then Sega got the idea, just like, oh, this would be perfect. We could put Mario in there. And then Nintendo was just like, yeah, let's do that. And then the games just blew up everywhere. Like Mario and Sonic, that game got like 15 million views on the Wii and all that shit. And then they kept making more games, and they kept all being successful. Like every single copy has more than like 10,000 copies sold. And then they were just thinking to themselves like, huh. A lot of Mario fans are starting to get into the series. We should dumb down our stories a little bit. That's the process.
It's like, wow,
Man.
we just hit the jackpot. Let's fuck it up some more.
Let's just ruin everything we've cultivated for the sake of money. How about that?
I mean, corporations will be corporations, so.
I mean, that they've been doing that since
the
I don't
90s,
even
I
know
want to
how
say.
Huh?
Since its conception.
Yeah, I want to say ever since, because
Yeah.
here's the thing. Hold on, what were you gonna say, Jella?
I said, like, even then, like, even if they were like doing it for money in the beginning, at least before Mario, they had character, and they weren't just some random like stereotype that like just dumbed them down to nothing. Like
Right.
now they're just nothing.
Yeah.
But like at least then they had something. Like Shadow wasn't just I'm edgy emo boy loser. I have no friends. Eat coffee beans. Like he was. I'm traumatized, but I come from a place of love, and I will fix all of my mistakes, and I will have to deal with the consequences. Like he grew. He had growth. Right now he is like regress.
You're awfully passionate about the Shadow the Hedgehog character.
I love Shadow so much, and I hate what they're doing with my brother.
Yeah, that's really fair.
You know what? That's understandable.
Linda Race.
Talking about terrible stuff. Sorry, continue.
Okay, sorry, but one thing, going back to the corporation, companies doing shit for money. That's been a thing ever since I want to say Sonic was even a thing. Because a funny thing, you guys probably may not know this, or maybe you do because you guys are Sonic fans. But after Sonic 1 came out and it was such a huge success, they fired Yuji Naka.
Oh my
They
God.
kicked him it's either I don't remember if they kicked him out or they cut his like pay in half, and that prompted him to leave. It's just like, bruh, I just saved your fucking company and you gonna do me like this? Man, fuck y'all, I'm out of here. And then Sega, and then like they had just launched the Sega Technical Institute in America, and then Mark Cerny was just like, no, we'll treat you better than Sega Japan ever did. And then it's just like he went to go work with them in Sonic 2.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember that.
Isn't that
Yeah. That's kind of funny.
It's ridiculous what Sega will do. And
I
the
can't
reason
believe
because of
ever.
and it's funny too because going back to the more like Sega being Sega back in the 90s is Sonic is the perfect example is Sonic 3 as a whole. Sonic 3. The perfect example because you guys know how the game is split, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You know how it's supposed to be just like, one complete game, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, right?
Mhm.
The reason why it was split, I can't believe I'm about to fucking say this, but the reason it was split was because of fucking McDonald's. There was a McDonald's promotion, McDonald's paid them to like promote the game, so they told them just like, man, that McDonald's money be hitting different, dog. So they fucking told them like, yo, y'all are gonna finish this game in 9 months, and then Sonic Team was just like, 9 months? Nah, we gotta split this game in half, bro. So they released Sonic 3 in February and then completed Sonic and Knuckles in October. And because of fucking McDonald's. I'm not fucking joking. Look it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there was one thing good came out of it. Lock on technology. That shit was cool.
I feel like if I was a kid around that time, I would have had like the blast because I'm the kind of guy who enjoys the simple things. So like just fucking putting the games on top of it. I feel like I would have lost my damn mind of doing that shit.
Dude, if I was a kid and I had that kind of like, yeah, it would blow my mind.
Yeah, that shit
And
was definitely
and
something.
and like me being curious, I'm like, what if I put Sonic 2 in this? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
whoa,
probably would have
whoa,
done. I
this is
probably would have done the same
yup.
thing. Honestly,
You know what's funny?
what's up?
When you said like, what if I put Sonic 2 in this game thingy? Like when I was a child, I was like what 6? I was over at my friend's house and her brother had a Wii, and I wanted to know if you can put Nintendo DS games in the Wii
Oh
and
lord,
play it like that. Because
no.
I was like, the Wii is Nintendo, a DS is Nintendo, so
Yeah.
it has to work. And I thought the little slot right underneath the power button, it was the perfect size for a DS game
Oh my
cartridge,
god.
right? So I told this little boy, as I'm also 7, I told him you could put your DS game in the Wii and play your DS games on your TV. Mind you, he had the internet. He could have looked this up, but he didn't. So he puts the DS game in his Wii, and his Wii like fucking breaks for like a couple months. Like
My
it takes him
god.
forever to fix it.
Oh my god, that poor child. That poor
I am
That's
so
so
child.
sorry
funny.
for that kid.
He didn't. We were not like he did not like me, but like
I mean, understandably so.
What did you tell him after that?
so like what happened was like I would go over to their house every single weekend after school, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I put my Pixie Hollow Tinkerbell game in my Wii and it worked." And he was like, "Are you really for real? Are you
Wait,
serious?"
so
And
so you like lied to him on purpose?
I lied to him on purpose because I didn't want to break my Wii.
Oh,
I wanted
you're
to see
evil.
if it
You
would
are
work.
evil.
Oh, you wanted to see. Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Because like I had no other way to prove my theory. I didn't have the internet. He had the internet though. So like I don't fucking know. I was like conniving little 7-year-old. Like at 7, I don't know what the fuck was going on with me.
That's
I
actually
respect that
crazy.
so much.
I was like, I want to know if I can play my game on the Wii. I'm going to tell him you can do it so I can see if you actually can do it. You can't. Point blank, period. You cannot. It's not cross compatible. You will break your Wii and it will get stuck in the Wii. But all you have to do is take the game cartridge out of the Wii and then your Wii is fine. That is all.
My petty ass would have remembered that. Even like if I saw you 20 years later, I would have still remembered that shit.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did. Like I like stopped going over to their house like when everyone like moved and everything. And we had like this little reunion with his sister because like me and her were like BFFs. Like we were the close friends like back in elementary school.
Hmm.
In middle school, we go to the park, we go to her birthday party. He pulls me aside and he's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." I'm
Uh-oh.
like, "All right." Keep in mind,
Oh,
keep in mind though, that Wii interaction wasn't the only time we like ever talked. Like me and him were still cool after that because I would come over every single weekend and we would play Sonic together.
Right.
He
He didn't get
pulls
mad
me.
at you?
No, he got mad. He cried. His dad got really mad at me, but I was still allowed over. So, so like this is years later. This next meeting, he like pulls me aside and he's like, "Hey, we need to talk." And I'm like, "All right, cool." And he looks at me and he's like, "You realize that the only person that's happy that you're here right now is Gabby, is your friend.
Oh my god.
No one
Damn.
else wants you here."
Jesus.
God
And
fucking damn.
I bawled my eyes out. I never spoke to them again. I was so heartbroken. I was like, "What did I even do to you?"
Was that
Holy
all because of the Wii thing?
No, so like we had a lot of history together. I
Uh-huh.
think it was just built up resentment over time because like me and him would pick on each other as kids, but we would still hang out and like play Sonic together. Like there were like for years me and him played Sonic together with his sister. Like Sonic 2, like Sonic Adventure Battle 2, we would play that like every single weekend for years. Like years and years and years and
God.
years. I think he just like resented
wow.
me over time and then he like said that to me. and I got hurt because I thought me and him were like friends, even though like I flipped over his Wii. I thought we were still friends because there was time after that where we still hung out and play video games and everything. Like we
Oh
would go
my
over to his
That's
grandma's.
Man,
actually insane.
Yeah, like for like a time, like I think I lived over there at one
crazy.
point. Like we were friends, and then that shit happened.
I'm so sorry.
That's actually
Yeah,
nuts.
So
I have
in
no
short,
words.
yeah, in short, don't put DS games in your Wii.
Because it will
Did you
ruin
wait,
friendships.
hold on. Did you at least apologize like about that
Oh
whole
no,
situation?
I
Yeah.
did. I did. I felt really bad because
Okay, okay.
I was wanting it to
Okay.
work.
Okay.
Like I thought I was a genius. I was hoping it would work, and then it didn't, and I got really sad.
Okay.
I like bought him like a sucker, I think, at the gas station like the next morning. Like I was like,
Oh,
"Mom,
what
can you
now?
bring me to?" Yeah, like a sucker, like like a sucker gas
Lollipop,
station
right?
lollipop. Yeah,
Lollipop.
yeah. So like at the gas station, I was like, "Mom, can you give me a gas station? Give him a sucker. I broke his Wii."
Oh, that's funny. All right, on to the next topic.
That was such a great story time. Thank you.
You're
No, that was great. That
welcome.
was great.
Yeah, that was amazing.
All right, up next we have. Huh, this is an odd one. It literally just says Mario and Sonic. That's it.
Interesting.
I'm
Um,
getting
So let's
Holy
talk about
upset
fuck.
now.
so let's talk about the Olympic Games. How we feel about it, fellas?
I really like the
I
Olympic
have
Games.
I've never played any of them.
You've never played
me
any of
neither,
them?
but they're pretty
Mm-mm.
cool. I've never played them yet. I've never played them.
Wait. Hold on. Tori, you've never played Mario and Sonic?
No, I've only played the demo of like one of the 3DS games, like at a Target or something.
You are coming to my house.
Target.
You are coming over to my house, and we are playing that nonstop.
There are a lot
I
of
haven't played
games
Mario and
I've not.
Sonic either. It's just really.
So what I
It
like used
looks
to do,
fun though.
huh? It is. So like I really liked Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. Like
Yes, that is peak. That is literally
yeah,
peak.
yeah. That
That
one was
that
my
game is
favorite.
peak Mario and Sonic, bro. Oh my
Uh-huh.
god, I spent hours on
What
that.
year was that one?
2009.
2012. Oh, 2009? At the
Oh, you guys are probably thinking
um,
of different ones.
Wait,
Oh
which
wait,
maybe I
no,
was thinking
no,
of the
that's
one on
a
the
3 year
DS.
difference.
the one on the DS? There were only two of them. Everything else after that was on 3DS.
Did it have the announcer? It's like Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games.
You're thinking about the
It,
second game.
oh, maybe. Is it the one where like the little spirit sprites
Yep,
and you have to like?
that's the second one. That's the second game.
That's the one that I
Yeah,
played.
but that game was literally peak. Whether it was the Wii or the DS, that game was peak fiction.
Yeah, I liked that one. I would play the figure skating ones with all like the Sonic girls. I thought they were fun.
I played the shit out of Dream Snowboard Cross. That shit was so much fun back in the day. Oh my god. But yeah,
Is
Mario and
that a Dream
Sonic.
Snowboard Cross? Is that
Were the snowboarding
I,
on Radical Highway?
yeah.
That was a
That
Oh,
one
I
was
remember
fun.
seeing that.
yeah, that
Oh, I
shit
thought they're called
is
like dream events.
yeah, Dream Events. That's what they were
Dream
called.
Adventure.
Dream Events were just such great representation of both franchises. But now,
Mhm.
like the Dream Events nowadays are so garbage now. Like fucking, don't even get me started on the ones in the fucking Rio Olympic Games. So this was like, so in the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, fucking the Dream events, they weren't even Dream events. They were just fucking like the normal events, just like at nighttime or something like that. Just like with a different color aspect. They didn't even
Yeah.
represent Mario or Sonic. The music in those were fire though. I will admit the Rio soundtrack is probably one of the best in my opinion. But they didn't even represent Mario and Sonic at all. It was mainly just on them going to Brazil mostly, which is cool and all. But I like my Mario and Sonic representation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that one is
I
definitely
lost
the
my
worst
mind.
in the franchise.
Yeah. I lost my mind when Rouge like became playable because like Rouge is like my favorite, as you probably know. I love Rouge. So when you got to play as Rouge, I lost my mind.
Yeah, but she's only playable in one event though, which is kind of sucky.
Yeah, it's just the rock climbing event, but like I still take anything I can get.
She was also in the Rio one too. You got to play as her in a beach volleyball.
Of course, it would be beach volleyball.
Well, beach volleyball was the only one that was there, so
Velas. You know what
I
they should do for
remember
the
Styx being in one of them.
Who?
Styx.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Styx was in
Styx in
this.
one
You
of them?
Styx
said
was in the
Jet.
real one too. She did archery.
Why was she there?
Well,
because
Sonic
she's
Boom
the
was popular
baddie.
around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
When Sonic Boom like first came out, I thought Styx was like an aged up version of Marine, like from Sonic Adventure.
I thought the
And I was
same thing.
I was like, that's
I thought
Marine.
you
Why are
thought
they calling her
too.
Styx? Yeah. I was like, what the hell is this? Like, why just say her name Marine? Like, if Marine's here, Blaze is gonna be
Oh,
here.
speaking
Nope,
of speaking
Styx.
of Styx, actually, did you guys know that Styx is on like the official character website on the Japanese like Sonic website where you like look up the characters?
Oh, she
Oh,
is?
Yeah, Styx is on there, so maybe she might be become
are
part of the
all the
canon series.
Sonic characters not?
Yeah, like let
Are all the
me
characters not on there?
like if I were to search it up right now, like let me show the stream real quick. Like if I were to search up the Sonic Japanese website.
The
Okay,
Japanese like really love Styx.
so here's what they have. That's the artwork. We don't need that. That's the games. That's just okay. Here we are. So yeah, they got Sonic, Tails, Eggman, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Cream, Rouge, Big, the Chow, Supersonic,
Ciao.
Vector, Charmy, Espio, Omega, Jet, Storm, Wave, Blaze, Silver, Chaos, Gamma, Tikal, Emerald is there, Metal Sonic, Marine, the Werehog, Chip, Styx, Eggman Nega, and Orbot and Cubot. Those are all the people
Ah.
on the character site.
I mean, I guess I think that makes sense just because Styx was like a main character in Sonic Boom. So it's like Big the Cat isn't like a big character, but
Did
you know,
did
You'd
you
be
say
I
Big
surprised.
is
Big
in
the
there?
Cat is very popular.
Yeah, he's
oh
very
no, I
popular.
mean in terms of like canon, like his appearances, and like Omega hasn't been in games in like a while. So I feel like it makes sense that Styx is there, but I don't think she'll be brought back. Maybe just for like a cameo.
I feel like if anything, I feel like the most logical reason why she's there is because she's a Sonic Team character. Like she was designed
Yeah.
by Sonic Team.
Was she?
That's the only possible solution I have for her being on this character website.
Is that
Blaze on there?
Is who on there?
Is Blaze?
Of course she is. She's right next to
Oh,
Silver.
okay. Oh, okay. Because I've refreshed the page so that I can like, because like it's like lagged for me, so I try to refresh the page to see. Oh, okay, there she
Yeah,
is.
they even got Emerald here from Sonic Battle.
Aw,
Not
yeah, I
just
guess it's any character that's played like a big role in a game.
yeah,
or
at
something.
least in one game because Marina's here too.
Yeah.
They got they even have like shit like Supersonic and the Werehog. So
yeah, that's definitely that's
they're just Sonic Team creations. That's what my assumption will be.
I love Big. His little stupid face.
Yeah, I'm actually. It's pretty cool that he isn't.
Shall we move on
How
to the
y'all feel
next topic?
about Orbot and Cubot? Because I love them.
I can take him or leave him, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
They're just Eggman lackeys. You know, you
Yeah.
can't really love them, but you can't really hate them either. They're just there.
Mm-hmm. I like that they're
I like them in Boom though.
oh. Yeah, in Boom I loved them.
Yeah, they
like
were
my
pretty
favorite.
They were
hilarious.
great.
Like anytime Orbot would come on screen, I'm like, oh my god, he's just like me for real.
Yeah, one of my favorite episodes of Sonic Boom is the evil Dr. Orbot, where freaking Orbot took the so what happened in that episode was there was an evil competency test because all the shit that the villains would do to destroy the town is just like, bro, someone's gotta pay for this, bro. So here's what they're gonna do. Say like they gathered all the villains in the show. It's like, so now all these villains gotta take an evil competency test and have to and you have to fucking just pay a fee and take the test. It's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Eggman failed it. And it's like, oh shit, I don't want to wait 3 months to retake it. And it's like, here's what you can do, Orbot. You take the test, and then you become the evil person in the household. But then all the power got to his yeah. Then all the power just got to his head.
You become the domiciliary parent, okay?
But yeah, Orbot
Like,
and
my
Sonic Boom was
favorite-
great.
My favorite is when Orbot and Cubot get stranded and Eggman's like, find your own way home. I'm not taking you home. And they're like, oh, we gotta find out. How are we gonna get across the ocean? We gotta find a way home. Sonic, help, get us home. And Sonic's like, that's the ocean, my dog. No. And they're like, but we have to get home. And they like paddle home. And then Eggman sends them back to the island and they have to paddle back.
Oh my god. I think I remember that. I just don't remember the name of it.
I love that one. I'm like, oh my god. I love them. They're just trying to
I
get
think
home.
my favorite Sonic Boom episode was when Knuckles was, I think, the mayor.
Ah,
And
Mayor Knuckles. There was a
and
huge
he
Yes.
meme
was
on
fighting.
that too.
Yeah,
Approved.
Like,
I
I
love that
illegalized
episode.
all weapons. No weapons against me.
It's now illegal to use your meme.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that. I saw like a Knuckles meme where it's like approved. And I don't
Meme.
know. It was
Approved.
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah, it was
It
from
was
that episode.
Denied.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was about like Sonic ships, and it was like, oh, Sonado approved, and it was like Son Amy. I don't know. I thought it was funny because they were like trying to stir up like drama, but it was just funny because it was
Yeah.
Knuckles.
I remember
I'm not a big fan, but it's obligatory in the genre.
Mhm.
fucking oh yeah, that episode. What was I gonna say? It's so funny, like whenever Sonic becomes like a very, very popular meme. And then it's just like you're just sitting there as a Sonic fan, just be like, I actually know where that comes from. It's just like
Oh my
you're just
god.
sitting there in you're sitting, it's like that one meme where it's just like they don't know, I actually know where that fucking meme came from.
They don't know I know who Sonic is.
They don't.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's how I feel though whenever like something Sonic related becomes huge. It's great.
See, whenever
Anytime I
Sonic
see
Boom becomes a meme, I'm always just like, please, people watch it because it's the best
Please
fucking
watch the
meme
show.
show
It's
you
so
can.
good.
A lot
I
of
think
people on Twitter are starting to not like the show as much.
Oh,
Twitter doesn't like anything.
Uh,
Twitter doesn't get
No,
an
because
opinion.
but like
Let,
I'm
let,
seeing like a lot of people show a lot more distaste for the show now. Like, back then everybody loved it and all that stuff, but then the out of context clips started to become like insanely popular on the internet. And now when people watch the
yeah.
show, it's just like, oh wow, this is not as funny as I thought it would.
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean,
They're
because
just
it's like
disappointed from the clips themselves.
because it's still a kid show, so like, don't expect like it's gonna make you like laugh out loud every episode, but like, it's got some really funny stuff.
No, but the show is amazing. It's very good.
It's
Yeah.
great.
All right, on to the next topic. Let's spin the wheel again. Ooh, what could it be? Oh, I really want to get to this question. Oh, wait. Are we going to get to it? Maybe.
If you want to, we can just talk about it now and then do whatever it lands on next.
Okay, fine. We'll do this one because I really want to hear you guys' opinion on this. Okay, so we have the answer for next time, but I want to get to this one. Okay. The one I really want to talk about is Sega is trying to kill off one character. Who are you choosing? We'll go in order. I'll go first. Jello go second. Don't give your explanation yet, but just go one by one. I'll go first. Jello go second. Chris, you go third. Terry, go fourth. All right, you guys ready?
So like what are the like the facets of it? Like Sega's trying to kill off one.
Kill off a character, never
permanently?
come back. Goodbye. Good riddance.
Oh, like they just
They
Thanos
just
snaps
straight
from
up
the
die
universe?
and never come back, unless it's like for fan
Never?
art or something.
Oh.
Okay. Just say your character and then explain why later. Okay, ready? Everyone have their character?
I'm thinking.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I already have mine.
Is it like for theatrics? Like just is it just for like theatrics, or are they like tired of doing this character?
We don't know the reason behind it. All we know is that they're just trying to kill somebody.
Okay. Okay. Oh my god.
This is all really hard.
All right, let me know when you guys have your answers.
Got it.
Okay.
I need to hear everyone else's because like I have no idea.
Okay, Chris, you got
I
yours?
got mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got
so
mine.
I'll go first, you go second, and Tori go third. Okay, ready?
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
Tails.
Okay. Your name's Chris.
Chris, you're next.
Oh, Charmy.
Okay, Tori.
Charlie? Okay.
Amy.
Amy.
Fuck
Okay.
you.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Jello, what about yours?
That was so funny.
Okay, who am I killing off? Oh my god. I love them all. Stop.
You gotta choose
Okay.
one.
I can kill someone. Cause like I want it to be dramatic. Like I don't want to just like have a safe character. Oh my god.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, stop. I
10 seconds.
don't know. I don't know. Vector.
Okay, Vector. Okay, now
I was thinking Charmy for a sec. I know why you're saying Tails.
let me explain why I'm saying Tails, because I've thought about this because I wrote the question, I was thinking about it on my own, and here's my reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's two main reasons. The first one is kind of a joke, then the second one is more serious. I'll say the joke one first. The first one is Tails just gets fucked up every single chance he gets, bro. Like, Tails is always the one who's getting bodied. At this point, I'm surprised they ain't just kill his ass yet.
Yeah.
And then the real reason why I think Tails would be, I think my ideal pick for who the Sega would decide to kill off is because I feel like it would have the most emotional impact, not just as us fans, but to Sonic himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Tails died, that would like
get serious.
yeah, that would change the franchise
Yeah.
like forever. If Tails was just no longer there, because like when I think of somebody dying, right, I want it to like, because like if I was a writer, right, and if I was like trying to like kill off a character, I would want it to be like as emotionally like as borderline traumatic experience I could possibly make it. And who better besides the protagonist could do that than the protagonist's best friend? You know what I'm saying?
True.
See, I thought you were gonna say because
Yeah.
they don't know what to do with Tails anymore.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean,
They made him like Sheldon. Like he's like a little like, oh my god, Sonic, I have my hydro blah 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 blah, and it translates the language
Yeah.
of these potato chips to our time. Wow, like Tails.
that's a
baby.
pretty good Tails impression. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a pretty spot on one.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I've given this question a lot of thought because when I was thinking of questions, I was like, oh, I'm gonna ask them this. I'm gonna see what they choose. All right, Chris, you next.
Actually, I'm gonna change mine.
Okay.
You said
You were gonna say Charmy because
Come
he's
on.
annoying.
Well, that, but I've given it a little bit more thought.
Mhm.
I want to say kill off Shadow.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I was thinking Shadow too, actually.
Yeah, kill off Shadow
I
because
was kind of thinking
you know
Shadow
how they
too.
brought him back in Heroes.
Mhm.
I really felt like his arc was done in SA2.
Right.
It was
I
supposed to be, yeah.
and like if they would have like actually like killed him off after that, then
You know what they could do? They could write him correctly and then kill him off. Like he could
That's
do
what they
some
would
self.
have to do to make it like be impactful. Because
They
if
would
they
have
did
to
it
be
now, it'd be like,
self-sacrificing.
oh.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel
Like,
like
if he died
I
now,
feel like if they killed Shadow now, it would be worse because
like
Yeah,
like
you
it
know how
would
passionate people get about these characters. You know, fucking My Hero Academia. You know how they are with their characters. Could you imagine with Sonic? Oh my Lord Jesus Christ!
it would
like
be
so you know how
man.
like in Majin Buu, the Majin Buu era of like Dragon Ball, like I know people compare Sonic and Dragon Ball all the time, but this is like a good comparison.
Okay.
It's like when I
Mhm.
know, like when Vegeta like self-sacrificed himself after like trying to touch up his roots like with his Saiyan pride and everything, and he sacrificed himself to save his son, his family, and like everyone from Majin Buu by blowing himself up
And failed.
and
Yeah.
fucking failed. That should be what happens to Shadow.
Well, you see, I can understand what you mean by that from an I can understand what you mean by that in terms of like, character redemption. But when you talk about Vegeta dying, Death in Dragon Ball is a fucking joke. So like
Oh yeah, no, but if we're talking about
Death
Death
in
in
Dragon Ball is
Sonic,
literally a slap in the wrist. A slap in the
that's
wrist.
what I'm
but
saying, bro.
we're talking about Death in Sonic though, so it's automatically more serious because who is dying in Sonic? Like
I think
Cosmo,
somebody
but she's a plant now, so
Sonic.
she's fine. But Sonic comes back. He doesn't give it. He's a pass. He gets
No,
plot
I know.
armor.
Wait, Sonic died? When did he die?
Sonic 06.
He died in it? No, I'm
06
just
didn't
kidding.
happen.
Yeah,
What?
the kiss of love brings
But
him back.
06 didn't happen.
I
Remember?
know.
06 didn't happen.
Josh, you didn't know about him dying in 06?
I of course I knew him dying in 06, bro. Come on
Oh,
now.
I was so But I was like, why
But
are
oh
you?
06 didn't happen. He didn't die.
Yes, but he did die in the game just because the game didn't. You know what I mean?
Like, they
You know, if
literally
you really
coming
think about it, he
back.
technically died in Adventure 2 as well.
Huh?
Because, in the fucking scene where, in the fucking scene where, he got sent off into space and died, or, he saved himself from chaos control, we
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know if he
Yeah.
actually lived or not.
yeah. I see what you mean.
And I think we had to do a
Yeah,
literal
no one,
Tails boss fight right after that, too. So he could have been legitimately dead for all we know.
He's just in his tube, dead as hell.
But going back to the topic, Tori, your answer.
Okay, so the thing is, I knew you would say Tails. I thought it would be for a different reason, but I knew you would say Tails. I was thinking Charmy because I was like, who's someone who's like inconsequential?
Who's
But
inconsequential? You're right.
yes, but the thing is, I would want it to be Amy because I think Amy is such a relic from just like the era of misogynistic character writing. And like she's been stuck like that ever since her inception. Like she's always been super crazy about Sonic, even when she's been like a way better written character. She still has like the crush on Sonic being such a core part of her. And I want them to make room for a better written, like, just like girl rival to Sonic, because like
And you want
we
them to
have a
kill Amy
character
off
like,
for that?
huh?
And you're saying like you're saying like the whole thing with like Amy's arc is just it's not something you necessarily like, right?
Well, the thing is, I Amy has barely had an arc.
Right.
Like
She
Yeah.
kind
she's
of did in
become,
Adventure 1 actually.
but like that's it.
Adventure
And the
1
thing
was
is,
rooted in
even
panty shots too. You have to like remember that.
yeah. The thing about
Wait,
Adventure
that was
One
on
is
purpose?
Of course it was on purpose. They knew their audience.
they
Fucking
modeled it.
Oh.
If they modeled it, that was definitely on purpose.
Okay, yeah,
And you have to remember in Sonic like Adventure 2, Rouge had jiggle physics. Like they know what they doing.
Yeah, it's like
Oh
even
Lord.
though she had like some sort of arc in Sonic Adventure 1, her thing was still
Over
like it was
sexualization.
still a girl character whose whole thing was about saving an animal because like it's just stuff that is tied into just like, the way that people think girls are and like, caring maternal nature and stuff. And it's just stuff that doesn't make her like a well fleshed out character. And like other female characters in Sonic, like Rouge is cool, but everyone knows Rouge was the designers being horny. And like
Yeah.
Blaze is cool, but Blaze's whole thing is that she and Sonic can't be like around each other for a long time. So it's like if they were to come up with a character who was similar to like Tangle in the comics, like doesn't have to be like Tangle, but just a well written like some like the way that Tangle is like she looks up to Sonic, she wants to be a hero like him,
But
but
she's not
she's
over
not
top.
exactly like Tails. She's not like a genius who has to like build up the confidence to be able to like do stuff and believe in herself. She has to build up the confidence to be like the hero that she wants to be to help the people around her. And
Right.
like that would I think a character like that, again, not exactly just like her, because that would just be lazy, but someone like that was just happened to be a girl would be such a refreshing character to have, just someone who is similar to Sonic or just not Amy. Because I just think they don't know what to do with Amy. And her best characterization has been in Boom, which still makes her like a nagging girl. Like it's all, even if it's nice, it's all still some sort of like, ugh, this is the same stuff for like any lazy like female character.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I could go off about misogyny in Sonic, but basically that, yeah.
Okay.
I can get behind that. I was like, even though I was like, fuck you, I was like excited to hear what you were gonna say because like I love Amy. Like even though she is technically rooted in like misogyny, I fucking love Pink, sweet girl. I'm a I'm brain dead monkey. But like,
A
I
brain dead
totally
what
get where
now?
you're coming from. Frieza? But yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. You have very thoughtful, um, articulate ideas about Amy, and what you're saying is
Thank you.
very interesting.
Yeah, it's
I
really
really
Yeah,
appreciate
interesting.
you
that
coming
was very well spoken.
hmm
Thank you.
You write an essay on this before by any chance? No, I'm just kidding.
Can I read your essay?
Oh my god, I would totally. I've
I'd
wanted
like
to
to
write
read it.
essays about like things like
I
this
feel like
before. I totally
you could
would.
literally do like a whole 40 minutes of presentation on just that topic alone, and I would listen to it.
Yeah, you don't
I
even have to
so
credit
would.
sources. I'll read it.
You could do it
Oh,
with no
same.
preparation either, and it would be like TED Talk
Oh,
level
I've
type
done
shit.
stuff like that before. Just like wrote essays about like pop culture things.
Mhm.
Right. All right, Jello, you're the last one.
Okay, so I picked Vector because I like his dynamic with Cream and Vanilla, and how he's kind of like a stepdad role and whatever, and how
Right.
he's like a leader to the Chaotix, and they're like his boys, like, and everything. I think it would be cool if he died because we could see
That's kind of
more
fucked up to say
development.
if you really think about it.
I mean, yeah, but like it'd be cool, could be cool, kind of cool. So, because like if Cream and Vanilla like were to see that and like lose that aspect of themselves, it would force them to have some other character development instead of Cream just being like little girl thrown into war and Vanilla just being the mom. Like I want them to
Mm,
have grieving. I want them to go through development. It's kind of
Right.
similar to like what Tori was saying about Amy and how she's kind of boiled down to one archetype. I think Cream and
mhm.
Vanilla are also like victims of that, but it's also understandable because they're side characters. But I still love him.
Yeah.
I would like some angst on the side, like how they did the Sonic like anniversary thingy, and they showed like the Zombots taking over Big, and it showed Big's like descent into being a Zombot. Like Big's a
Mhm.
side character, but to have that facet of him and to see him like that, it hurts. Like because he's like just a dumb big cat. Like why would you want anything bad to happen to him? So if you were to have that same emotional connection with Cream and Vanilla and Vector, and to see him pass on and him have like a whole big ass like farewell speech and whatever, I feel like that could have a a a like deeper, more insightful reality to what kind of grieving situation they would have to go through and how they would cope with living without him because he's important to them. Same thing
That's
with
so
Sonic and
true.
Tails dying. What were
That
you
would
saying?
also that could also so that could also tie into like them developing some sort of nice relationship like with the chaotics. And like I
Mm-hmm.
could totally see like Espio like taking the role and like Vanilla helping them out and being kind of like in just kind of like an overseer because Vector was the one adult and like them kind of taking like Cream under their wing. That would be so nice. You're so right.
Oh my god, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that I like. That was a good idea. I like that one.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
All right, what's up? You had something, Chris?
oh no, no, I
Oh,
just
okay.
said it was really interesting.
Yeah, that was very good.
Thank you.
All right, and the question that we have on the actual, the thing that won on the spin the wheel was thoughts on a hypothetical Sonic Adventure remake.
Um,
Don't.
Ooh.
I,
My
I
only thought is no.
after
I
after Sonic Colors Ultimate, I'm very
oops, forgot to change the
wary
screen.
about a potential. Like after Sonic Colors Ultimate, I feel very wary about them remaking Sonic Adventure.
A
I'm just
remake? Fucking, I'm worried about them even doing a fucking port. Like,
A
what was
port.
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck was Colors Ultimate?
Yeah, like
It was
I'm
really
I'm like
bad.
kind of already I already don't really like the idea of remakes. Like just let the game be what it was. You don't have to make it prettier or anything. Like if people can't enjoy it for what
Last
it
of Us.
was. Yeah. Yeah.
No, look. So like, no, I
Well,
cannot.
that's
No,
remakes versus remasters.
no.
Mm.
They
Remake
are
versus
legitimately
remaster?
remaking Last of Us One. You know about that?
I didn't
Oh,
know.
Yeah, they're doing a full-fleshed remake.
Why would they remake the
And it's
first game?
$70.
They should remake the second one.
They're doing one. They're
Because-
doing one for Horizon Zero Dawn too.
that doesn't make sense. If you wanted to add different like mechanics to, like, are they putting in like this like mechanics added into the second game, like into the
I don't
first one or
know.
something?
It was just a rumor that was going around saying like, hey, they're probably gonna remake Horizon Zero Dawn, even though the game came out literally 5 years ago. See, here's my thing. This is my criteria when it comes to making remakes, right? It has to be something. Excuse me, had to burp. I feel like okay. I feel like a game that warrants a remake, where things that warrant a remake are like stuff from like the at latest the Wii. Anything from the Wii to back then, cause like
Mhm.
stuff, because like technology has advanced so much, like graphics, visual design, sound design, storytelling, so much has evolved in the past 10, 20 years that what, it's like, I would honestly love to re-experience, like, I don't know, Sonic 2, and with like I would love to experience Sonic 2 like in a 3D setting. Like they make it like Sonic Adventure style, but just like have all the Sonic 2 levels. I feel like that would be great if they did a Sonic 2 remake or like a Sonic Adventure remake. Like I would love to re-experience the whole Sonic Adventure, like the whole Sonic Adventure game with with like upscaled graphics, a remix, like a remix soundtrack. The Hedgehog engine lighting, because goddamn, that shit is beautiful. I feel
Love the
like
Hedgehog engine.
the Hedgehog engine is the lighting engine they use in Sonic games.
Yeah.
Hedgehog engine.
Oh no, I said love the Hedgehog engine.
Oh, I thought you said what
Aren't
is
they,
the
use,
Hedgehog engine?
aren't they using the Hedgehog engine too for Frontiers?
Yes, they are, and it is doing numbers.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I feel like stuff that warrants a remake is if it's been at
old.
minimum 10 years since the game came out.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that makes sense.
that's my idea. So if they ever wanted to make a Sonic Adventure remake, I would be totally on board with it. Well, actually, not totally on board with it, because I have my concerns with Sega remaking shit, like putting old stuff into the new. But like, if I look at it and it like looks good too, like it looks faithful to the original in terms of like controls, but it's on like on a nice, on a prettier shade of paint, you got me. I'm sold. That's it. That's all I need. I would be 100% down for it. I specifically want an Adventure 2 remake. Not Adventure 1, but Adventure 2. Because, Jesus Christ, I'm probably going to get some hate for saying this, but I cannot stand how Sonic Adventure 2 looks. It looks fucking disgusting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate how Sonic Adventure 2 looks. That game is... You want to know the thing that really bothers me about Sonic Adventure 2, specifically?
Wait.
If you look at Sonic's right leg, his leg is not even where the shoe hole should be. It's like off to the side, and I cannot ever unsee it whenever I play that game. Oh my god, it's terrible. It's so annoying.
Hold on, I'm looking at it now. Holy shit! What?
You see it?
My shoe hole.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, the leg is just not where it needs to be, and it bothers me so much. So yeah, I would personally want a remake of Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, that's abysmal.
Ew.
I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out. Holy crap!
Can you pull up a? I'm trying to find a picture.
I know the perfect example. I'm gonna show it to the stream. It's this specific cutscene where I noticed it. Right, not that one. Not right here. Look at it. Look at it.
Let me refresh. It's lagging.
It's so lagging.
Hold on, I'll share my screen.
Oh, okay, I found it. Oh my god.
Yeah, just to look at it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
look at that! That shit is so gross.
His leg isn't even in the hole.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Look at when he walks. Look at his leg. It's so nasty. I like the shot of Shadow where he's looking down at him though. That's a beautiful shot. But
Wait,
yeah, disgusting. Absolutely atrocious.
Wow. I didn't even notice that till you pointed it out.
Yeah,
Holy
because
shit.
I replayed Sonic Adventure 2 like in July, and I'm also doing the Sonic Adventure 2 randomizer. And then like I saw the cutscenes over and over again. I also noticed this with Sonic Riders as well. I posted a meme about it on my my Instagram, my TikTok, about if you ever look at the cutscene with Sonic Tails. Actually, if you just go to the stage, right? If you go to the stage like Aquatic Capital in Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, there's like a cut, a slice in the middle of the water. There's a slice in the middle of the water where it's like if when you see the waves go by, you can see a clear slice in the water where it's just like, what the hell is that? Why is that there?
Cut off.
Yeah, Joe and I were talking about it like a Discord call last week. It was so bad.
It's like
Man, that's crazy.
yeah, the texture is like cut in half straight through this entire stage through the cutscene.
So bad. But yeah, give me a Sonic Adventure 2 remake, please and thank you. And now we can move on to our next topic.
Yeah, please and thank you.
Let's see what that will be. Oh, what's it gonna be? I'm so excited. It is... Okay. It says, Sonic Frontiers is a month away. Any last minute concerns or hopes you have for it? Will you play it to critique it or play it to have fun?
I need them to stop spoiling stuff. Like, stop giving out the entire game before it's ready. Let me experience the game. Let me experience the game on my own.
I
Yeah,
totally see
need to
what
know
they're
the
doing.
soundtrack. like they keep like showing stuff. Like I didn't need to know the soap shoes were happening. I didn't need to know the entire music soundtrack. I don't need to know that stuff. Like let me just. I wish.
No. See, no. See, let me stop you right there with the soap shoes. I can understand why they showed off the soap shoes because the soap shoes aren't gonna be anything. First of all, the soap shoes are DLC. You gotta announce DLC when you have it. So that's number one. So I'm gonna stop you right there with the soap shoes. That we're not gonna include that part. But continue.
DLC normally comes out after the game comes out, though. Like,
yeah,
you
but
can't
it's
just
not
expose the
always when we know
DLC.
about it.
Yeah, a lot of games recently have been announcing DLC before the game releases. I remember that was
I
a
hate
huge.
that. I hate that. Let
a lot
me
of
just
people
play the
weren't happy
game.
about that with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I just want to experience the game like how you were used to able to. Like you can just buy the game off the shelf. You don't know what the fuck you're getting into. You could maybe watch a trailer online, but that was it. You didn't know what music was going to be in it. You didn't know what characters were going to be in it. You never saw a cutscene. You never saw a full-out cutscene with voice acting. You didn't see none of that. None of that. You didn't know what the boss was going to be. But now, like, you know basically everything. Like, fucking Sonic has amnesia. All right, cool. I didn't need to know that.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Oh, Amy.
Wait, he has amnesia? What?
Wait, wow.
Well, he didn't know where he was.
He's like, oh, where am I? Oh my god, who is this girl
Maybe
and this
because it's a new
crystal?
place.
And it's fucking Amy. Like, I didn't need to know that. I didn't know any of that. Like,
The thing is,
Mhm.
I know that they're definitely doing that because the consistent problem with Sonic games is they, like, recently they show off not enough, or they show off stuff that isn't, like, the actual game. And that's what gets people, like, concerned. Like, with Forces, there wasn't too much being shown. And then people were immensely disappointed with the actual game. With Team Sonic Racing, people were like, why are they only promoting the game, like, through the soundtrack and, like, the shorts and stuff that's not the game? So it's like, they're definitely doing that so that people don't freak out and be like, this game is probably going to be garbage. Like, they're trying to be as transparent as possible.
I feel like this is just this. I feel like this is the shit that they got to do to like, because you know the franchise has never been the same after 06.
They need better marketing. Then they need someone head of advertisement that is better at their job.
That I can agree with you with because the marketing for this game has been total ass.
They are showing
it's been dog water.
Like, for anyone that's not a Sonic fan, it hasn't been good.
Yeah, like if I like, what's the point in me buying the game if I already know what's gonna happen? Like, there's no surprises anymore. Like everything is just being shown. Like even the outro song. Who needed to know the outro song? Like, are you so
I did.
like
I needed to have that thing in my playlist immediately.
That was if if you are so insecure with the
Oh my
Sonic like
God.
series that you need to be coddled the entire time on the game's development and you need to see every single facet of this game to enjoy it, you're not a fan. You're just you just want to find something wrong so that you can let it ruin your day and not enjoy like what this company is giving to you. Because like they don't have to make anything. They don't have to. They could just shut down and not have any jobs for anyone or nothing. But like this fucking fandom feels like it needs to have control over every single little thing or else it won't be good, which isn't true. Like, good things can happen. You don't have to have your hand held by the company the whole time the game's being made. Like, you can just let yourself enjoy things and not take it so seriously.
It's
It's
that
a
vocal
talking blue
minority, man.
hedgehog. It's not like the next
Yeah.
president. Like, it's a blue hedgehog. Who cares? Like, who cares?
A lot of people do.
Let it
A
be.
lot of
Yeah,
people apparently.
I can
I
understand.
totally get what you
You go.
mean, though. Oh,
Yeah, I do
just
get
like I get what you. Sorry,
No, it's all
keep
good.
going.
No, but what I was
Do
gonna say
what?
is,
Yeah.
I can see, like, I can understand your point when it comes to like, being pissed off about like, because you want to be surprised and people are ruining that for you. I get it. I totally get that. But I feel like, well, first of all, the leaks, no, those gotta go. Those leaks were just fucked up. Like
Yeah,
when they fucking,
those
because
were
remember
not
that
okay.
big leak that happened like 2 weeks ago at the fucking EGX demo?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what it was, but you saw it, right? That
I
shit.
didn't.
Well,
No,
heard
but
off
I know
Twitter
about
now.
it. It's crazy.
yeah, but there was like a huge leak that happened like 2 weeks ago for Sonic Frontiers, and it was bad. Like it
Like,
got so bad that Sega
someone,
literally took down that video.
right?
Oh,
Someone literally stole the game out of EGX
Literally.
oh,
and
And
completed the entirety of the
that's
first
such
island.
that's
yes.
such
What?
maniacal laughter.
That's kind of funny. Like I would be mad if I saw it, but that's kind of funny.
But yeah,
It's insane.
so yeah, when it comes to leaks and all that stuff, yeah, that shit's got to stop. But that's the internet. We can't control everybody on the internet. But it's like, when it comes to like marketing itself, like I don't know, it's weird because like because I love when they release this. I love when they release the soundtrack before the game. Like for example, like with Team Sonic Racing or whatever. I loved every single music track that they've shown us so far because I love Sonic music. So like when I see it, and it's like, oh, we're gonna give you a little taste of like how this song sounds. I'm just like, yes, yes. I can't wait to fucking hear the full thing in the fucking video game. It's like it gets me pumped, gets me fucking motivated and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And when it comes to like I don't know.
You're the meme where it's like, yeah.
Yeah, literally. Fucking I love when they show off like, Sonic music and all that stuff. When it comes to the actual marketing itself, I feel like it really I feel like when it comes to the marketing for a game, it's like a case by case basis cuz like when it comes to something like Team Sonic Racing, I felt like they didn't show much that they didn't really show off anything at all cuz like with Team Sonic Racing, I feel like the reason the marketing was bad there was because there wasn't really much to show. Like the game was just kind of it's
Yeah, it's
just
just a racing game.
yeah,
What
it's just
can you show?
it's just a standard kart race. So like they can't really show us anything that would like wow the audience.
Yeah, it's not like Imagine
Customizing your car
did.
was pretty cool, but that was only fun for like I don't know 15 minutes.
Yeah, and like Mario does that too, so it wasn't anything new.
Yeah, but like they didn't let you customize your cars to where it actually affected. Oh no, it did actually. It had that and it had the cosmetic changes too. So yeah, never mind, never mind. But when it comes to like something like the next mainline Sonic game, because because this is a big fucking deal. Like this game is a big deal. It's the next mainline 3D Sonic game, and you're definitely gonna want to show enough, like not a lot, but enough to where people will like they get to like maybe they like get to try it and then they love it, or like they show off something cool and then people get excited, or they show off this and they show off that. When it comes to these big budget titles for Sonic, like the next Sonic game, it's necessary to show off certain things, like maybe show us a boss fight or show us like a new area we haven't seen before, like stuff that will wow. It's like, ooh, this looks new. This looks really cool. I can't wait to see that and all that stuff. I feel like certain stuff like that is necessary for like a mainline Sonic game. But like I said, it's a case by case basis. So
Yeah,
sometimes they show
shoulda
off
just
too
stopped
much.
with the first reveal, like when they were like, "Oh, it's a new world and you can run around and there's like wheels in the sky." They should have stopped then.
I disagree with that.
I also disagree because the thing is, I totally get why you think that, but the thing is, with the way that games are made, you have things like a vertical slice where it's like, oh, you could have one section of the game that's like fully like ready and all that to be shown to the public, but just because you have this one area that's all polished and nice doesn't mean the rest of the game is going to be like that. So by
Exactly.
showing the rest of it, it's like, oh, this game is actually like getting the care and polish. I feel like for things like that, it's also just because they need the goodwill of the fan base, because it's like, because the fan base isn't like they're definitely the entitled people, but it's also like
They're the ones you
people
gotta
are
like
tired of spending
impress
money
the
on games that
most.
aren't good.
And I
What?
feel like when it comes, because like when it comes to like the fan base of your product, I'm like 100% certain they're the ones you want to cater to the most, because they're the ones who will actually give a shit
Yeah.
and buy your
The
product.
fans
Like,
themselves.
Yeah, and these are the people who are so jaded because they're just like, bro, spent $40 on like a 4-hour mediocre Sonic game. What the hell?
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely depends. And I was gonna say something, but it's like it's definitely weird too, because it's like because when they because here's the reason I disagreed with like what you said, because when they showed up that initial trailer back in June, I was not impressed. I was thinking to myself like,
Yeah.
when they showed off the first gameplay reveal of Sonic Frontiers, I watched it and I'm thinking to myself like, wow, this looks like it's gonna be another mid game. And I just wrote that off. I'm just like, well, we tried, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be anything special. And I was actually upset about that. But as more stuff came out and more demos got shown, and they showed that Tokyo Game Show trailer, and they showed off more music. See, if I was still 15, if I was still 14, 15 years old, I would be head over heels for this game. But as an adult, as I'm older now, I want to be excited, right? Because I see stuff that I like. I'm thinking to myself like, oh, the intro theme is so good, or like, oh, that actually looks really cool, or oh, people are saying the game is actually really fun. I can't wait to play it, but I gotta bring myself back down for my own mental health and be like, hold on now, Josh. Just pre-order the game, get this shit. But the game could still be garbage. But you still gotta show your support because you're a Sonic fan and you love the franchise. But the game could still be ass. Calm down, bring it down. That's my take. So when they were showing off all that stuff and people were giving up more stuff, if it was me back in the day, I would have been on the Sonic Frontiers hype train. I would have been on the first person on that fucking goddamn train. But now, as I am now, I gotta calm down, because Sonic Forces broke me as a Sonic fan. I gotta calm down and bring it down every time there's a new game.
Sonic was cool.
Sonic-
like, I mean, the writing was bad, but like it was a cool Sonic game. Like I had fun playing it.
I we're not gonna get into that. Okay, next part of the question.
Furry.
Okay, we're not getting into that. Next part of the question: will you play it to critique it, or will you play it for fun?
Play it for fun. It's a Sonic game. I'm not a game developer. Why would I play to critique?
Well, because we're the consumers of the product, so they definitely want to hear what we have to say. Like, they come out with surveys, and when every new Sonic game comes out, they'd be like, "Oh, here's a survey of what you thought of the game and all that stuff." So you're definitely buying it to critique it in some aspect. But for me, here's what I'm gonna do. Right? For me, because look, I just wanna fucking, when Sonic Frontiers comes out, that's when all hell's gonna break loose. I'm gonna just like let my inner child just go have fun, because I've kept that motherfucker in chains for the past like 6 months, bro. I've kept that little crazy little black fuck in solitary confinement for God knows how long. And then when the game finally comes out, there's gonna be a fucking hellstorm when that game comes out. So I'm just gonna let him loose and be like, you know what? You deserve this. You've kept your cool for this long. You gotta let out that emotion before it gets any worse. Go have fun with Sonic Frontiers. That's what I'm gonna do. And then when I play it for the first time, I've calmed down and I've played it and all that stuff. That's when I'm gonna critique it. Like, I'm gonna critique it with like my review video that comes out and all that shit. That's how I'm personally gonna do it, because I'm the content creator and this is kind of my job. So that's how I'm gonna play it. What about you guys?
Well,
What about you, Chris?
ultimately I'm gonna play it to have fun. I love Sonic. I'm very passionate about Sonic.
So am I.
I just want to play the games to have fun. But like what you said, like let that inner child out, play it for the first time through the first playthrough, enjoy that. but then as I like play it again more, I'm gonna start critiquing it.
Right.
So
When you say
so
when
first, so
y'all
like
talk about
first playthrough,
critique, yeah, when y'all talk about critique, what do you like mean? Do you mean
So
about the
like
level design, or like what do you mean?
no, because like
as in
when I
like
think of critique,
we talk about. Oh,
sorry, it's like when you think of critiquing, right? Because like here, like when I was talking about when I was talking about Sonic's leg in Sonic Adventure 2, that's a critique. That's something that personally bothers me. It may not matter to everybody else, but to me, that's just like, oh, that bothers me so much. Like there could be some stuff that happens in Sonic Frontiers where you're just like, I don't really like that. It's stuff that you might think is good. There's stuff that you might think is dog shit. That's what you mean to critique it, because like you're not playing the game to be like, oh, I can't wait to have fun. Or I can't wait to see what's. You're playing it to be like, all right, let me take some note. It's like you're taking like mental notes of everything you do in the game. Like if you notice something that bothers you, you make a mental note of that. If you see something that enjoys you, you take a mental note of that.
Enjoys you.
Or
It
that you
enjoys
enjoy.
me.
My fault. But you get what I mean. It's like you're making
yeah.
like a mental note of like every little thing that you do when you play that game.
That sounds exhausting.
Oh,
I
well,
don't
trust
know
me,
if
it
I'm
is.
being able
Writing
to do
scripts for
that.
video games is so
It
fucking
is.
exhausting.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Like I do critique for art class, and like that kills me after 3 hours. Like I
No,
can't
trust me,
playing a
critiquing shit
game.
can get very exhausting.
Like
Yeah,
playing a
it
Yeah.
game and
really
just
can.
looking at it like that, that's crazy.
That's why I don't do many review videos as much. I've told myself like I'm gonna do like so many review videos this year. I want to do that to better myself. I did the first one on like Watch Dogs, so I'm just like, wow, this was the most exhausting thing I ever had to do in my
Yeah.
years as a content creator. But but you know what? I told myself one thing: if I'm ever gonna make a review video, it's gonna be on Sonic Frontiers, and that's it. I will keep that promise to myself. At least I will keep one promise to myself, and it'll be that fucking thing.
What about you, Tori?
I'll look forward to it.
Me too. So I personally, honest to God, I did not play. The one time I played Sonic Forces was when Josh like let me I forgot what it's called,
Share
but
play,
when you're in a party with someone and they let you play,
share
you
play.
let me play the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I share played it.
You got
it is
games
share
on your
play. Yeah,
phone?
that was like the one time I played Sonic Forces. I don't tend to get new games like at all. I just kind of like happens when a game releases.
Mhm.
And I'm actually planning to buy Sonic Frontiers, and like that's crazy because again, I never get new games, and I'm absolutely doing that to have fun. Like I I I think it's interesting to critique games, and I absolutely do it with like a bunch of others. But if I like go out of my way to like buy a game, especially a new one, I'm just going to enjoy myself. And if there's something that really bothers me, then I'm gonna be like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
no.
because there's some shit that you just can't
Yeah,
ignore. Like even though you're trying to have a game, even though you're playing something to have fun, there's just shit that will just bother you.
Yeah.
Emotions
Yeah,
will take
yeah.
over.
but
There
like
will
if
be
I
some stuff that bothers.
yeah, no matter what, because no game is perfect, and also
Facts.
no game is gonna cater to everybody.
And no game
Like
will
that's
top Sonic Unleashed. So let's just get that out of the way. That's peak Sonic right there. But that's a story for another day.
I personally can't
I didn't
stand Sonic
ask.
Unleashed.
I'm kidding. Continue.
Um,
Continue. Continue.
It's the ham hands.
but that's just me.
That's funny. It's like two opposite spectrums. It's like I love Sonic Head Werehog Brain go brrr, and then it's like
I
it's
It's
like
didn't
like
no.
even like
it's like that meme with like the Crips and the Bloods. Which side are you on?
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. Oh my god. Okay, Jello. What about you? You're the only one who hasn't answered.
For what?
For will you play the game to critique or have for fun?
So like I would just play it for fun. I hate like thinking about the negative things about games that I buy because if I spent money on it, I don't want to think, man, this was a mistake. Like even if it's awful, I'll
Right?
find a way to
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah,
Like with what was it? Sonic Adventure. I got like to the as you all know, Big the Cat's insufferable if you don't read the manual. So
Mhm.
even though it was terrible and like it made me like visibly angry, I would always try to laugh after it so I wouldn't feel like I wasted anything.
Right.
So like I like always try to think about the positives, and just have fun and not look at it like under a scrutinizing lens because like I just want to have fun. I don't want to think too hard about it.
See, this is why
I
we gotta.
totally
This is
get
why we
that.
gotta give people who review games like the utmost respect, bro. Because like, man, that job must
Right.
be exhausting as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That job must be so tiring.
yeah, I gotta give those people props.
Yeah, I've been subscribed to some Call Me Johnny for years,
That's the
and
goat right there.
Yeah, he's the
yeah,
GOAT. I love Johnny.
and he literally does marathons for game series. Like his Metal Gear Solid marathon was the longest one he had ever done, and he was like, "I'm not going to do one this long for a while because the like
I quit.
Basically,
like literally like that sort of thing just burns you out. There's such a good chance that
you
you
know
could
he
like
actually. Oh, sorry. Continue. I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh, I was just gonna say there's a good chance that that could like really ruin your perception of like a series. Like it takes a certain amount of mental fortitude. But what were we saying?
What I was gonna say about that is because it's funny how you mentioned Johnny, because on Twitter I posted in the Discord chat. He posted this on Twitter literally today, and I'm just like, man, if that ain't the fucking truth, bro, because like, holy shit, I agree with this point so much. Fucking, let me show it to the chat.
Oh,
Yeah. What is it?
He says writing review scripts, hell, just thinking about writing review scripts never gets any less tiring, but editing, compositing, everything afterwards puts my heart and soul at ease. And bro, that man is preaching to the goddamn choir when he says that, bro, because oh my god, I thought I was the only one who felt like that, dude.
Hey,
Oh
that makes sense though.
yeah,
Makes sense.
this is why Johnny will forever be the GOAT.
love Johnny.
He's great. This is kind of off topic, but I'm actually really scared to see his eventual Sonic Frontiers review video. I'm scared as fuck. Cause what if I like it and he doesn't, or vice versa? Oh my god.
Well, that's
No, because he has his own opinion, so do I. But it's like, when it's someone you look up to that you disagree with, it kind of like it kind of hurts a little bit,
Yeah. Like anytime
Yeah,
I
I
watch
get
Game
that.
Grumps, and they're playing a Sonic game, I have to like mentally prepare myself.
you watch Game Grumps?
I
This,
You
like
this
watch
is
Game
why I don't
Game
fuck with
Grumps.
them. This is
Grumps?
why
I watch
it's
them
exactly why I don't
every
fuck with them.
day.
I
Like I
hate
watch them
Game
every
I
Grumps.
single
fell
day.
off with
I
Game
mean, yeah.
Grumps.
You fell off, yeah, yeah. I can understand that. Like it's kind of hard to watch them now because they're not as funny. But like I like latched onto them in high school, and now they just like are background noise. But anytime Aaron
Mm.
plays like a Sonic game, I have
Oh
to like
lord.
mentally prepare myself because he literally just like tears on it to tear on it, and it used to be funny, but now it's not.
Oh my god. You know what makes it even worse?
Yeah,
There was
Aaron's
a point. There was a point in time where Aaron was like, he got invited to play all these Sonic games so early, and it bothered me. It bothered me so much because I would see
That was
his
so
Sonic
weird.
videos and see him just like ragging on it, and I'm just like, why the fuck is he in Japan playing Team Sonic Racing before I can? I understand that he has clout, but this dude shits on Sonic every chance he gets. Why is he there?
Mhm.
I
I think
always
like
found that weird.
yeah, it's weird because like he says he's a Sonic fan. Yeah, he's a diehard Sonic fan, but like all he does is like rip into it, and he doesn't know like the facts. Like even like his lore that he like will tell Dan about, it's incorrect. Like like I wish if he's gonna say he's like a Sonic fan, he could at least like be nicer about it. Because all he does is just rip into it, and for what? Like now he doesn't get as many opportunities to play Sonic games because I think the
Thank
Sonic
goodness.
Twitter guy that would give him the deals like quit and like gave a different person the Sonic
He
Twitter.
didn't quit. He got promoted.
Oh, he got promoted. Yeah, he got promoted. He's no longer like affiliated with Aaron really, so he doesn't get those opportunities anymore. But I just wish he was nicer about it. Like it's kind of annoying now.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, on to the next topic. We got about 4 more left. Hopefully, we can do it before the 2-hour mark. But let's see what we got up next. Ooh,
There's something I gotta mention
what's
on
up?
stream. Oh no, it was the thing that I told you about.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Before we go into this next topic, Tori has something to say. Go for it.
Okay, so I can't see the wheel. Are any of them about the Mario movie?
Oh shit, I forgot to put it there, but we can talk about it. Sure.
All right. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the
The
trailer?
Everything
Brazilian
about the
dub
trailer.
is better than the English dub.
What was it?
The
Oh,
Brazilian dub is better than the English
I haven't
because
seen it in
at least the
Brazilian.
Mario in the Brazilian dub has his accent.
Okay.
Really?
Here's my
Yeah,
thoughts.
like they have like the Mario cadence and like tone versus the English one where it's just Chris Pratt talking into a mic with like kind of a Brooklyn accent, kind of. What were you
Okay.
saying, JPL?
My opinion on it is everything about it was amazing until Mario showed up on screen.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah. I want
I'm
to see
like,
Peach.
I like how Chris Pratt was hyping up, he's Mario's gonna sound like nothing you've ever heard before. Yeah, sure we haven't. Outside of the games,
Yeah.
it's literally just your voice.
It's just you talking with a
How he
slight
was
I
hyping
Brooklyn
it
love how
up.
I
accent.
love how in the Nintendo Direct he said like the way he said Koopa's like I spent hours stomping on
I was fucking on
Koopas. He said that like a
Koopa.
slur, and everybody's talked about it because that's literally what it sounds like, bro. But
And
yeah,
it said
Mario
Koopa
movie.
with a hard A.
You guys can see like a more detailed response on the Mario movie on my YouTube. JPL X24, by the way, please watch it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Got to self promote where I
um,
can.
I really liked Bowser. I like the idea of Jack Black as Bowser.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
really
definitely
into
gonna carry
that.
this movie.
Oh, oh,
1000%.
oh!
yeah.
I was just gonna say that
Hmm.
Bowser's gonna carry the movie.
Yeah, Bowser
Jack
peak.
Black, I literally cannot think of a more perfect casting role. He sounded
Big
really
facts.
good.
You know, other than like the actual Bowser voice actor, but you know.
If he was there, he would just be like the whole time.
No, but like I feel
Okay.
like if it was actually Kenny James who's Bowser's voice, I feel like he'd be a great job. Like if he spoke actual words just in the Bowser tone, it would be perfect. But Jack Black
Mm.
is a good actor.
You know what I'm like terrified for?
What's up?
So like I'm a diehard Peach fangirl. Like my favorite princess out of all the Mario princesses is Peach. I need
L.
her to like shut the fuck up. I need her to, I need her to either have the oh my goodness, it's Mario. I need her to either have that or like a chain smoker's lung voice. Like no in between. You are either authentic or you're an old woman.
Oh my god. Okay. What is it about the Mario movie, Tori, that you want us?
So, I went to the first day of New York City Comic Con yesterday. Um, and they put us in a room and we watched the teaser trailer. And I personally thought it was pretty great. Like you guys said, it was amazing until Mario showed up. The humor seems very Illumination, but like it was fine.
It works for
Like
Mario.
yeah, and the movie, the animation is gorgeous. The thing that I wanted to mention was after the teaser trailer, Jack Black showed up.
He did
Oh.
what?
Jack
To
Black
you?
showed up in the
Like-
in the theater.
You saw him in person?
Yes.
Oh,
That is
awesome.
so luck. I could have gone to New York Comic Con too. Oh man, I missed out on a once in a lifetime
Man.
opportunity.
Did he
Um,
do the Bowser voice?
Yes. So
Oh my god,
basically the way it
yes.
happened was the presenter was like she was like, "Hey, so what do you guys think? It was super cool, right?" And she was like, "What do you guys think of Mario?" And like people had their response and then they had a whole dramatic thing with like the lights flickering and Jack Black in his Bowser voice before he came up on stage was like, "Who cares about Mario?"
Oh,
And
that's
he was saying
That
like
sick.
is so
being
hot.
the real star. And he showed up and when he got on stage, he was like still in his Bowser voice and he went, "Hell yeah." And I was
My
like,
god,
that
yes.
was worth the ticket price, just hearing Jack Black say hell
That's-
yeah in his Bowser voice.
oh,
And he
That's
came out on
amazing.
stage. They gave him a throne that he said he was like too short to sit in. So
Oh.
he like crossed his legs on it. And so one thing that was pretty interesting was the presenter asked him, she was like, "How did you prepare for the role?" And he said that he kind of tuned into his heavy metal roots because Jack Black is a musician.
hmm
And he said, because like
I saw him in
Bowser
Tenacious
kind
D.
what?
I saw him in Tenacious D.
Oh my god, you did?
Yeah, I love the Tenacious D movie.
You could Tenacious D's nuts.
Then I
Oh
should
my
this
god.
mom in your mouth.
But
Okay, anyway, yes, with Jack Black and him being with his extra rock roots.
yeah. And he said he was like, because honestly, Bowser is a heavy metal rock star. And she was asking him like, you know, things about Bowser as a character, and he said like Bowser has all this like powerful stuff, but he's kind of got, he said the thing that everyone says where he's like he's got a soft side, but
He's
he
a
said he's
father.
Yeah,
kind
He's a
of
because he's a
got
father.
like,
father.
yeah, he didn't mention that, but he
Oh,
said like he's kind of like insecure, and maybe that's where all of that like all of that power comes from. And he said, see a bit of a different side of Bowser, said perhaps a little musical.
is he gonna
He's
have a
gonna
villain
sing for
song?
us.
So
If stop for a
I'm
second. If
Wait.
Bowser has
Bowser's gonna
a
sing.
villain song, this movie will be peak. This movie, I don't care about anything else. If Bowser has his own song and it sounds like something from Bowser's Castle and Mario Kart 8, take my money. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
I really
I
want Bowser to sing to Bowser Jr. I really want that to happen. I want a father-son bonding moment.
He's not in the movie.
that would be
I don't give a
so
shit. He
cute.
is.
I personally just kind of, I'm not expecting like a full song, but I was like think to myself, I was like, okay, I can imagine him like walking around like being a bad guy and like singing like some old rock stuff to himself or something like
Mhm.
that. And I just wanted you guys to know that Jack Black says Bowser is a heavy metal rock star. So Bowser is a heavy metal rock star. That is canon because Jack Black said so.
Oh
It
my
makes
god, that
sense.
makes
Have you like
Bowser
heard a
like
lot of
so
his themes?
fine.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
His
It,
themes are
it
like very,
his themes are
very much.
very like
Oh
borderline
yes,
metal.
but the fact that like it's not just his cast. This is Bowser. That is Bowser's
I
musical
mean,
cadence.
I mean, like if we really think about it, like look at his design, bro. Like, come
Look at his
on.
Oh
wristbands.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
also Jack Black dyed his beard for Bowser.
As he should, as he should.
He
Method
As he
acting.
should.
oh, like it's
like he
red now.
walked out on stage. No, it's he has like orange patches. It like alternates orange and his natural beard color.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And he had like a spike backpack that he like tossed into the crowd.
That I did
He
see.
was
That was cool.
wait,
I would
really?
kill
Oh
someone for the
yeah.
Yeah,
backpack.
I saw like something on that on like Twitter, and I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Did it have
He
Bowser on the backpack?
I don't know, he tossed it out like the second he walked out, and then he kept saying that he like regretted it.
Oh, you
Oh, why did you throw it then?
He was in
I
the
don't know.
moment. He was in the moment. He was
Yeah, he
method
was
acting.
just like in
Bowser
the
wouldn't give a
heat.
fuck, so he
He
threw
was
it.
definitely in the heat of the moment. They
Did someone give
also
it back to
we
him?
all got Super Mario Brothers movie shirts. They
For
had like
free?
Bowser's claw on the front and then like the logo on the back.
That's so
That's so
cool.
cool.
Jack Black modeled one because lady was like, "Why don't we have you try it on?" And he was like, "Well, I wear a size 3XL, but we'll
Hey, me
Damn.
see."
too.
And like the shirts were all large, but he got it on over his shirt,
It's a
which
crop
also
top.
looked like a Bowser type shirt. So
Mm.
he's really loving that character.
Good.
I mean, who
I
doesn't
love
like?
that.
Come on, who doesn't love Bowser? Bowser is so fucking cool, dude.
Bowser is
Oh
peak.
yeah.
And
I was so happy. I like wanted to scream the whole time he was out there because it's fucking Jack
it's
Black.
Jack Black. How could you
That's
not?
fine.
You know what would have been cool? You know what would have been awesome? If he would have been like, I love you, Bowser! And he would have been like, I love you too! In like the Bowser voice.
Oh, that would have been
You mean
great.
just like in Megamind?
Yeah, he's like, and I love you,
You
strange
random
citizen.
citizen?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
first of
I
all,
love
hold on,
you,
hold
and I
on, hold
love
on, hold on.
you.
See, what Jack Black, I don't care who the fuck you are, what you're not gonna call me is a random citizen. I refuse to ever be called that. I don't care. Don't ever say that shit to me.
No. If
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 it's
if if
Bowser, he could call me
if
a
Bowser
Koopa.
were to say "I love you too," random citizen, that would be the highlight of my life.
I won't take any of that type of shit.
He could call you
No.
a
I mean, I
Koopa.
just know Jack Black's gonna knock it out of the park.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he's the person I'm most
100%.
excited for, and I was like low key. I was like, there's probably going to be some surprise guest for this movie, and I was high key scared that it was going to be fucking like Chris Pratt walking out on stage.
Oh god,
Oh
could you imagine the
He
hellstorm?
would've gotten a lot of hate.
Oh
A lot
my
of hate.
god, it would have been so bad.
He would have been
I'm
so
so glad
mad.
it was Jack Black. Everyone was so excited. Like
That's
people were
like the
throwing up
best
rock
ending.
signs when he mentioned like the heavy metal stuff. People were absolutely like losing their minds when he showed up because he walked in with like an entrance.
If there's
Who
one thing
knew
celebrities
gonna-
know how to do,
Mario?
it's how to make an entrance.
He said,
Especially someone like Jack Black.
did you get it on like film? Did you record it?
No.
Man, like
Were you allowed to?
I was like
in awe.
they didn't say
starstruck.
anything about like you can't record. The thing is, I was like, someone probably is going to record this, and also I just kind of wanted to be in the moment
Right.
True.
because like I thought about it, but I was like, no, Jack Black is like here in the flesh. I'm just gonna watch this.
Mm-hmm.
That's understandable.
Yeah,
That's
but
so
he was
cool.
great.
That's
So what did he
amazing.
say again? He was like, "Who cares about Mario when the real superstar is here?" He said that.
There might be a video on it on YouTube.
Oh my god, I think he actually said something almost. I feel like he said something almost exactly like what you just said.
Oh my god.
But he was like, "Who cares about Mario?" and was like roaring and stuff. Because she asked him to like do the voice,
He
and he was
roared.
just saying like, "Mario, you think you're gonna stop me? Like what are you gonna do? You're gonna like settle me, whatever." It was something like
Yay!
that.
That's so cool. I love that. I love Bowser. Bowser's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, but you know
He's
who's
so
more
cool.
Yeah, but you know who's more awesome than
What?
Bowser? Sonic the motherfucking Hedgehog. Let's go back to the topic at hand and finish off the podcast with your favorite Sonic game level aesthetics. Let's end it off on a positive note.
Favorite Sonic game level design?
Yeah, Sonic level aesthetics. Oh, someone found it on YouTube. Thank you, Tori. That was
Yeah,
what
Sonic.
that was what it landed on.
I don't really
Hmm.
play Sonic games for the level design, so
Big
I
fan.
don't really have any on like that kind of regard. I play it for like the characters and the story. So I don't really know. Anything with water. I like the water levels.
I'm more
Oh
of a
wow.
I'm more of a fan. See, it's tough because like if I think of like my favorite levels from like almost every Sonic game, it's obviously going to be different. But the thing is about that, all of them being different, is that I don't know if there's a consistent one between all of them,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
the ones that really stick out to me, like I can say the ones that really stick out to me that I really enjoy. Like some of my personal favorite levels, like aesthetic wise, are Jungle Joyride, from Sonic Unleashed.
Mm-hmm.
Casino Park from Sonic Heroes, even though that stage is dog shit. Fuck that stage. It does look pretty though.
It's got the
And
best music.
I don't know about that, but
Really?
Mystic Mansion is a thing, but that's a story for another day. And a third one would be, what's a third one I also really like? I would say Planet Wisp from Colors, specifically the Generations one, because that stage is pretty. Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's
It is gorgeous.
hard to tell.
I like Rouge's level in SA2 where she's in the lagoon and like Fly of the Freedom is playing. Like the da da da.
Isn't that her very first level?
Yeah, I like that one with the turtle.
Oh, I was never a fan of that one.
Now,
Okay,
me
yeah.
personally, I'm a big fan of like huge like cityscape type levels. Like City Escape,
So you like city
Empire
levels?
City. Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah, I really like them, especially if they take place at night because I think they look really beautiful at night.
You could just say Speed Highway, right? It's like right there.
Yes, Speed Highway,
Bro mentioned like
Empire
all the city
City.
levels, and he's like, "Oh, I especially like them at night when there's like only one that fucking exists."
Like Radical Highway?
You forgot about Empire City.
Yeah, like Empire City,
The
Radical
next
Highway.
stage.
Those ones take place at night.
Yeah. Those kind of.
You know what's kind of funny?
What's up?
So like ever since like you play City Escape, like the very first level in SA2, anytime an 18 wheeler is behind me, I get like instant anxiety and I'm like, oh my god, I got a City Escape. I gotta get away from the gun patrol. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, the gun police are chasing me. I gotta get out of here.
But you know what's the you know what this I might not you guys might not agree with me on this, but like when it comes to the level aesthetics in Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2, compared to every other Sonic game, those two are like at the bottom of the list. I'm sorry. Like when it comes to level when it comes to like level aesthetics, those two are just not as good as the others, in my opinion.
Because they tried to make it more like based in realism.
No, yeah, I know that, but here's the thing, right?
No,
even though
I know.
right.
No.
Yeah, no.
Did you just
I
tell
don't
him
mean that
no?
as in like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I just meant like that's what they were going for, and like that's not the most interesting thing to do because it's just like come on, they could do so much. It's a blue fucking hedgehog, and he goes into space. What? I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was also about to say though, like I only feel that way about the adventure games. I think 06 levels are fucking stellar. 06's levels are very visually pleasing, in my opinion.
I
I
1000%
think you might
disagree.
just be biased to platformers. Like, I think you just like heavy on the jumping up and around.
But they're all platformers. How does that make sense?
Because, like, in City Escape, you don't really do a bunch of jumping and figuring out where you need to go. You kind of just go in a straight line. But, like, with platformers, you gotta kind of, like, figure out where you jump around a lot. Like, that's what I consider, like,
I don't know you know what I think it is? I think it's because if I compare my favorite, like, I think it's because if I compare my favorite looking level to 06 to Adventure 2, I think you'll understand what I mean. Because my favorite looking level in 06 is Kingdom Valley. But my favorite.
I will never understand that.
You don't like Kingdom Valley? What?
No, I think the thing is, I think the colors look like so muted, and I think the general ugliness that 06 has in general bleeds into the level aesthetics too. I'm trying to remember if there are any that I like. And I thought that
there's Wave
what's the name of the first level? Wave Ocean. I think I remember thinking it was like it looked okay when I did it with Blaze.
Right.
That was it.
But yeah, like I think what does it for me is because the one part that I really enjoyed in Kingdom Valley is fucking the ending of Sonic Stage, the Mach Speed section where he's just like on that waterfall thing. That shit, that whole entire section to me is one of the most like beautiful looking places in my like that I've ever seen, especially in Project 06, bro. In Project 06, that shit just adds, because like in Project 06 when you're running on the water, there are like little water effects on the actual camera that just adds icing to the cake. It's those little things that fucking get to me, dog. And it's the fact that when he like jumps from like, platform to platform while running on the water, dude. Oh my god, it just speaks to me. But, you have, Sonic.
Can you hear me right now?
Sonic, yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sweet. So for me, City Escape was great. Jumping out of a plane and then skateboarding down on an airplane wing and then running away from a giant scary ass 18-wheeler that's destroying the city. That was sick. That's peak. So like we're gonna have to disagree.
See. Here's the thing. I think the reason. See, I think I know what it is. I think the reason, because I was thinking about that when why I consider Sonic City Escape my favorite Sonic Adventure 2 level, because all that stuff what they did, him jumping out of the plane, blah 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 blah. That stuff is cool. I just need it to look prettier, because like I said, I just don't like how Sonic Adventure 2 looks, so I think it needs a remake. I think that's my issue with it.
Aesthetics.
Yeah, I think the like the whole visual direction was just not there compared to how it was in Adventure 1. But that's just me, that's my opinion.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
Chris, you there?
He went to go pee pee.
we were talking about like 06 compared to like the adventure games. Which one did you like better aesthetically?
I gotta say 06.
Thank you.
I mean,
My
not
my
simply
boy.
because it's like it's not simply because it's like a couple of console generations later. I just like the I like a lot of the aesthetics in it.
Right, right.
And like you were talking about earlier with Kingdom Valley and the part with the water, I think that shit was really
It
cool.
was great. And I feel like what also helps I think what also helps for me is, at least for me personally, you guys could disagree. It was like, I think what helps for me personally is that, the whole place where like Soleilana was based off of, it was something I've never seen before back in the day, because I didn't, because like it was based off of what, like Italy or something like that, Soleilana.
Isn't it based on is it based on Venice or Vienna?
Yeah, it's like it's one of those two places.
I think it's Venice.
Somewhere pretty.
And I've never
Yeah.
seen like something like that, because I've seen urban cities before. I live next to New York City. I see this shit like every fucking Tuesday.
Everything is a normal day for me.
Yeah, literally, I'm used to the type of urban city levels. And personally,
Yeah, man.
I hate urban cities.
So like
I hate the urban
so
area.
when I first saw the opening cutscene of '06, I could have sworn it was a different game because of the way it looked. You know?
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, and it wasn't meant to be a Sonic game to begin with, I'm pretty sure.
True. But honestly, see, because here's the thing about the '06 opening. The '06 opening is mid until Sonic shows up. When Sonic shows up, that's when the cinematics, the action just becomes amazing. And that's what makes it one of my favorite opening cutscenes. Because the beginning of it, it's just like, it's just this random girl lighting up a flame and all that shit. But then when Sonic shows up and does his usual Sonic thing, that just fucking tickles my fancy.
Yeah, because like before he shows up, it just looks like a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, like even when Eggman showed up too,
Yeah.
I wasn't all that impressed when Eggman showed up.
Because he's got like 4 nipples on his jacket.
Yeah.
And he looks skinnier.
And he's
Like
scary as he looks scary. Like he does not look right.
Bro looks like my fucking science teacher from 10th grade.
Yeah, he's like, hey Poindexter, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
A creeper on the street with your 4 nipples on your jacket.
Yeah.
It's
But
roasting the hell out of it.
I mean, he deserves it. '06 Eggman was not the greatest looking guy.
No, he wasn't. You're
It's
right.
like it's like that one. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that one like Reddit post that became famous on TikTok, where it's like, I miss when you were fat.
I miss when you were fat.
Yeah, because like there was like this whole Reddit story about like how this girl had a boyfriend, and she loved him when he was fat, but he decided to work on himself, and he like he became fit, but when he became fit, he just became an asshole to the girl. So then the title of the post was, "I miss when you were fat."
Oh.
Perfect.
I was like, what? That thank you for explaining that.
I thought it was gonna be like an insecurity thing, like she only dated him so she could feel better about herself physically.
Yeah.
No. He was
really
just a
funny.
sweetheart when he was a big guy.
Yeah. And then he became roided and now he's a asshole.
Yeah.
It's
And
funny how the cookie crumbles.
speaking of cookie crumbles, that is where the cookie will crumble today, because it is going to be the end of the Sonic podcast for today. Guys, I want to thank y'all so much for joining me on today's podcast. Did you guys have a good time? I hope you did.
Yes, it was fun.
hell yeah. Oh yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, it was amazing. I'm not sure when the next Sonic podcast will be, but if I had to guess, it'll probably sometime in the middle of November, when Sonic Frontiers is all well and done, and then we could just talk about what we thought about the game. I think that'd be fun. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on board.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here first. November 27th, we will do the podcast. I don't know when that is. I just came up with a random date.
November 27th.
When is November
None of
27th? Let me
us
just
are
double check.
available.
November 27th is... Oh, it's a Sunday. Well, I don't stream on a Sunday, so never mind. All right. But with that being said, this is going to be the end of the Sonic podcast. This is JPL.
Bye.
Oh, I was just hoping you guys would just remember your places on the intro and just like go one by one.
I'm Jello Squid. Goodbye.
And Nerdy Sonic, hope you guys have a wonderful day.
That's my line.
I'm Tori, and I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and have a good weekend.
All right, you guys heard it from them, and now you're going to hear from me once more time. Once again, this is JPL signing out. I thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. And now the intro is playing, and